Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Allie. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I have been gone for a hot minute, 2 or 3 weeks now, and I appreciate you guys for being patient, and for those of you that reached out, sending me love and healing vibes and all that. I very much appreciate you. I'm returning with what I have now called blue-purple hair, and I'm also missing one less internal organ. I had appendicitis. I had to have emergency surgery and have my appendix removed, so I was in the hospital for a few days and home recovering. I'm doing a lot better. I'm back to work. I'm just a light lifting first order. I can't lift more than like 10-15 pounds. Healing wise, I'm doing great. I'm pretty much back to normal at this point, so I'm ready to get back to making videos. So now that I'm back, I figured new video, new books. So we're doing a little bit of a book haul. I went and bought some new books. I figured I would show you what I got. So first book I got was Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I have already read this. I bought it on Kindle, and then I had some reward points for my Barnes & Noble membership, and I actually bought 2 copies of this book. Mikey, if you're watching this, skip like 30 seconds, but I think your package will get to you before you get this. I bought 2 copies of this, one for one of my friends. My friend Mikey was super sweet, and she sent me a very nice get well package while I was home and down for the count. She sent me a Squishmallow and some candies, and she sent me a book that she thought that I would like, and I am dying for her to read Fourth Wing, and she hasn't yet. So I also bought her a copy that I am sending down to her along with some other thank you things. Hopefully it's to your house by the time this comes out. If not, I have pre-spoiled part of your surprise. But Mikey, I appreciate and love you. So I did pick it up on physical copy because I love this book. I missed my July wrap-up, or my June wrap-up. So I will go more into depth about how I feel about this book when I do my next reading wrap-up. But it's not overhyped. I highly suggest it. But yeah, Fourth Wing. I then got something that's a little bit out of my comfort zone. I got Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is actually adult sci-fi. I don't normally read sci-fi. I read fantasy. I read adult books, but I have never read something that's actually sci-fi. I guess in my head, the difference between fantasy and sci-fi is fantasy is like things that don't exist, like dragons, mermaids, fairies, where sci-fi is like stuff that does exist. In my head, sci-fi is like spaceships, like real things, where fantasy is like not real things, if that makes sense. But I've never actually read official sci-fi, and this series and this book specifically was recommended to me by quite a lot of people that have like the same reading preferences as me, that also were not big sci-fi fans, and they all really loved it, so I picked it up. I figured it'd be a new branch into a different genre, maybe a new series, and I got the time. So, Red Rising. I then picked up something that I should have read years ago. I'm probably one of the last people on the planet to read this series, but I got the Selection series. I have read the first book. I read the first book, Selection, 5 years ago, maybe. It was on Kindle Unlimited, so I have read the first book, but I have not read the rest of the series. I think I might do a reading vlog reading the series, not spoiler-free, because again, I'm probably the last person on the planet to read this book, so there's nothing that I could spoil. But I picked up the series. I might do a reading vlog of it. I did like the first one. Was not like booktubing or anything, or like using Goodreads, so I would say at the time when I read the first book, it would have been like a 3.5, maybe 4 star. I did like it. I definitely think it's a series that I would have been obsessed with if I read it in middle school when everyone else did, but I didn't. So like, I have high hopes, but also not that high of hopes, because I think I'm gonna like it, but I don't know if me in my 20s is gonna 5-star it the way me in my teens would. But regardless, I'm excited to get back into and actually finish this series, because I genuinely liked the first one, and I know most people adore this series, and yeah, I'm sure this will take a good chunk of my free time. Last, might be a little bit of a niche book. Many of you know I am a K-pop stan. I have a whole K-pop playlist of different K-pop related videos that I have done here, but BTS came out with their like memoir, I guess their 10-year anniversary. It's called Beyond the Story. So I picked this up. It's a new release. It just came out. This is like a little like sleeve thing. This comes off. But it's called Beyond the Story, a 10-year record of BTS written by them, and I have not started reading it yet, but it's kind of just like, I think it's broken down from every album, kind of what they were experiencing at the time of that album era. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I love BTS. BTS was the K-pop group that got me into the genre. I am a multi-stan now. I listen to many other groups besides BTS, but I'm really excited about this. I've seen little like snippets on the internet of things that people like were talking about from this book, and I guess it does get like fairly deep. It's a memoir, so I do think it has a lot more of actual real behind the scenes and not just the happy goopy stuff, which I'm really excited about. So I will definitely be reading this book really soon. If you're a BTS stan, go ahead and read it. But yeah, this is my little while I've been gone book haul. Probably most of these will be read this month. Fourth Wing has already been read. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for sticking around and waiting for me to come back. I will be doing my very best to make sure that I am back on a normal schedule. I don't plan on anything crazy happening that I should be away again, but you know, life. I didn't plan on appendicitis, but it happened. Regardless, thank you guys for your patience and sticking this out for me, and I appreciate everybody that reached out and sent me things and just wished well vibes. I adore you, and yeah. If you want to follow me anywhere on my social media, all of that will be linked down below and is on my end card screen. Down below is my Amazon wish list. If you guys want to send me any books that are on there, I'm going to be in a reading kick for a while because I can't really do anything in my free time. Hi, Bubba. And down below is also my PangoBooks. If any of these books sound interesting to you, you can try and find them secondhand, or I list any books that I don't want anymore on there. I use PangoBooks all the time. I love them. It's a cheaper way of filling up your TBR. I love and appreciate you so much. Stay safe, and I will see you somewhere else on the internet.